Okay, what we're going to discuss in this lesson is how you use your thumb. So from a finger picking point of view, your thumb always needs to be going along the strings. Yeah, we don't want this where your thumb is kind of coming back in to the strings. I mean, sometimes we might lean in a little, but very, very rarely. The majority of the time, yeah, can you see that okay? My thumb is running with the grain, so to speak. It's running along the strings, which means that when we're picking, we get this motion going on. Yeah, ignore my fingers. Let's just look at my thumb here. Let me turn so you can see that from above. Yeah, so you can see that motion there. My thumb's kind of above and then just picking forwards, but from above, that's what's happening there. We don't want any of this like swan neck wrist stuff going on. That's not helpful. Okay, your hand is like this, your thumb is going along the strings. We'll speak about your fingers in a separate video. But specifically as far as your thumb's concerned, that's the technique that we're looking for. Now, in terms of what strings your thumb is going to play, it's always going to play the 6th string. Yeah, it's always going to play the 5th string. Sometimes it's going to play the D string. Okay, but most of the time, I'd say 80 or 90% of the time, you're playing either the 6th or the 5th string. So what we're trying to do here is sort of allocate strings to particular digits, you know. And as a general rule, your thumb is doing the bass strings, okay? These two, 6 and 5, the E and A string. That's the general rule. The only time that you would use your thumb to play here would be if you were playing a D chord of some kind, okay? So a good way to think about it is that your thumb is usually playing the root note of the chord, almost always. And sometimes you might be using it for alternating stuff if you're playing sort of country style or... but as a general rule, the thumb is playing the root note of the chord. Let me show you a simple progression. We'll stay in the key of G just because it's easy. Let's go G to C, G to D. Just watch my thumb, yeah? Okay, so can you see that here on the D chord, I've swapped around now. So I'm playing, my thumb is on the 6th string, 6, 6, 5, 5, 6. Yeah, so the thumb is playing the root note. An important point here, might sound a bit daft to some of you, you probably think it's obvious, but you always pick down with your thumb. Yeah, we never come up with our thumb. That would just be too weird, okay? So we pick up with our fingers, but with our thumb it goes down. So I hope that this video has clarified some simple stuff about, you know, the direction of your thumb, the way that we pick with our thumb, and also what strings our thumb is actually going to be picking. It's important that you're clear on those because it just makes everything else easier. Thumb plays the root note, and the root note is almost always on the 6th or 5th string, but occasionally it's on the 4th string, mainly when we play D chords. Okay, good lesson this one. Hope you found it helpful.